Hello, everybody. Welcome to BND Live, the Dungeons and Dragons live stream where a bunch of friends from high school attempt to play Dungeons and Dragons remotely via the internet. You may notice that it is Saturday and not our usual Friday. We did have a bit of a holiday switcheroo for Valentine's Day. I hope you all found someone or something that you loved yesterday. I should have rehearsed that. As always, we have Erin as Agnes the Bard, Tim as Twizzard the Wizard, Chris as Paelias the Cleric, and Stephen as Finric the Monk. I am Shawn, your ever faithful and humble DM, and yeah, I think we're just gonna dive right in. It's actually I guess it's worth noting that I have this drink, and through the magic of technology, I can pass this to Tim. Because we're in the same space. Woo! That's pretty exciting. No, you don't get my drink, Tim. All right, here we go, folks. Let's start tonight's episode. All right, we're back. Whew. All right, should we start with a little bit of a recap? Last week on BND Live, we had just rejoined our heroes outside of the town office, where Falreth had recognized Paelias as who he thought was Sir Galdinger, seeing as Paelias had lied to him, of course, earlier. Paelias coming off the drunken high of the drinks, the signature drink of the Singing Sisters, and of course being caught for the pyromania of Finric to cause a distraction. Still a friend of Falreth, i.e. still charmed, Agnes was forced to bring Paelias into the town office, and there was some confusion there. Then Twizzard came up and brought the guards upstairs with him, while Finric went to get the other guards that you had converted to your side. Storing up the stairs to the rescue, Twizzard finds Falreth and they attack. There is some sort of bell shield that goes off, however, and protects Falreth. He then casts a mass suggestion that everyone should go back downstairs and lock themselves. Why don't you go lock yourselves in the cells? And everybody falls to that, except for the bardically inspired Paelias, who manages to just resist and shoots off a crossbow and a spectral weapon attack, both of which get absorbed by the bell shield, but then that is all used up. And so when he goes downstairs and finds Finric and a bunch of guards waiting for him, Falreth once again goes on the offensive and causes a bunch of tentacles to spring from the ground, knocking Paelias unconscious and 3 of the guards, ultimately killing 2 of them. But Finric dodges out of the way with his monk stylings and gets some damage in. Heartened by the show of blood on Falreth, the guards that didn't succumb to the tentacles attack, as does Agnes and the people who are now freed from charm and mass suggestion when Falreth was forced to attack. A rather quick battle ensues with some spinning daggers from Agnes, and as Falreth tries to retreat, a strategically placed grease spell from Twizzard sends him back down the stairs through the cloud of daggers again, and being very badly wounded, he poofs out of existence. Not knowing exactly what's going on, our heroes tend to the wounded a bit, with Sheriff Henry Codfield attending to his fallen town's guard, and then Agnes, Twizzard, Finric, and Paelias seek the late-night advice of Skye, the purveyor of the Winking Owl, who at first, with some severe haggling involving remaking a dress to fit her that Paelias had stolen, and some other, it finally comes out that they're after Falreth, and she turns to their side at once, and in fact helps them scry on his activities with the help of a magical mirror that she has, and she comes to the conclusion that he is in fact plane shifted away. It is worthy to note that before the Winking Owl, they did attempt to contact him with a sending stone, and Paelias clearly put the fear into him before he severed that connection. Returning to the Ringing Bell, they found a reunited Sir Brian Galdinger and his daughter Lily, being presided over by Dagus the innkeeper. And after recounting some of their adventures, but tantalizing Sir Galdinger with some revelations they may have made underneath the keep, they decided to all go to bed and receive the benefits of a long rest. And so I think that's where we will pick things up. The next morning, everybody, you awaken in your rooms, feeling refreshed, and yeah, you're welcome to do. Whoa, that was way too loud, Shawn. All right, solid, good use of the music, buddy. All right, so yeah, next morning, what would you like to do?
Time for breakfast.
All right,
yeah, let's get some bacon rash.
Twizzard's heading downstairs. Finric, you're heading downstairs.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to get my my
Freak on?
anything that I need to possibly change a dress, alter a dress for Skye. So I'm gonna start, I guess, prepping for a visit with Skye.
So the sending stones, they don't work across planes, right?
Oh,
They do work across planes.
They do work across planes.
Or at least my sending stones do.
But the FAA frowns upon that.
No, well, we talked to him before Skye knew that he was across the plane. I'm just checking, like, it wasn't like he was still in our plane, then he left. He could have been.
Fair enough. I would ask you to roll an Arcana check, but I've already told you, yes, the sending stones work across planes.
Yeah. Cool. Should we check out Falreth's house later?
Oh,
Why
yeah.
not? Why not?
So right now you're just talking to Twizzard, for the record.
Oh. I will relay.
Unless Paelias comes down for breakfast.
I
too.
will relay everything to the others.
I usually sleep in.
Okay, fair enough. So Dagus comes out, he brings you guys some drinks.
I would like to order 2 servers of bacon with extra bacon.
Aye, I'll bring it right up.
Just bring out the whole pig.
Those poor pigs.
Yes, this is the same bacon that you got drunk off the other day.
Bacon
So I guess Henry's gonna take control of the town, which is a good thing.
Falreth stuff's up for grabs.
Falreth stuff is up for grabs. Maybe he's
Estate
got
sale.
some good stuff.
Yeah, we need to check out his room more efficiently.
I lost my rug. I don't know where it is. So
I wonder if Skye would come with us.
And tell us what things are of use.
If there's anything, major.
So we're going shopping for free.
As you're discussing this, down the stairs come Sir Bryant and Lily.
Hey guys.
Ha! How did you sleep?
On my back?
Wait, are you downstairs, Agnes? I thought you were still preparing a dress.
No, I'm still upstairs prepping for visiting
walls.
Skye.
I have to admit, I was intrigued by what you hinted at last night, that you'd perhaps discovered something at the keep. Yeah, he's been talking about it all morning.
Mr. Twizzard?
Yeah.
What did I discover?
Twizzard had implied that you had shed some light on things, Finric.
Of course.
What?
I don't think anyone knows.
Why do I even listen to Twizzard?
I'm beating bacon. I didn't hear you.
Maybe I should come down the stairs.
It's real. When I crunch it, I can't hear what people are saying. It sounds like you guys are talking crunchy bacon noises.
All right, I've joined the table, and I'm like, hey, what's everybody talking about?
They're all talking bacon.
Bacon. Okay.
Yep, Dagus goes back and... Well, what would everybody like to drink?
Bacon grease.
I'll take you up on that. What else?
Oh, I guess just some fresh juice, whatever might be available this season.
I think I have something. One bacon grease, one juice. I'll have a juice. I'm fine with water. He goes off.
All right, so Sir Galdinger, what have you been up to other than getting yourself thrown in jail?
Well, I have to blame that on our friend Paelias, who's apparently sleeping in lazy.
Well, he was he the one that was pretty much unconscious last night?
Well, he was inebriated, but then you forced him to drink the healing potion, or the restorative potion.
Right, but in terms of tentacles, was that
Oh,
him?
yes.
That was
Yes,
him.
that was
So
him. He got
the
beaten
life
unconscious
squeezed
by
out
that.
of him pretty much.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Been
Also
mostly
saved
dead
the
all
day.
day.
He did do quite a bit.
Yeah, we did find a little bit of a, I guess you might call it a crab infested pirate ship beneath the keep.
And when we say crab, we mean a huge giant crab, not just
Not a
many
bunch of little
crabs.
yeah. Not the kind you don't want. The big kind you don't want.
So, yeah, and it turns out that there was an old captain's log in the captain's quarters, and it was quite interesting to see who owned the ship.
There was no other treasure on that ship.
Other than crab meat. Lots and lots of it.
Yep.
Yeah, less now. So you who remind me who's got those pages?
You do.
Cool, here they are.
Wait, what did you just bring out?
The first
captain's
and
log.
last pages.
From
Just
the,
the two
from
pages?
the log. I thought you might be interested to see what they say and who wrote them.
He had those ready.
I'm so sorry. What just happened?
He passed over the papers to Sir Galdinger.
We told him about our crabby ship and that we found a captain's log. And
Got it.
Someone
It's
asked
the
for
first and last
logs,
pages.
yeah.
Yes.
Finric
that
had them.
it is. Of course, do you remember what they said?
Well, the first one was
It was like, I, Captain
The
One-Eyed
year.
Willie, do hereby solemnly swear.
no, it was a
This ship-
Completely
Galdinger.
different, guys.
It was a
Completely
Galdinger.
different.
Silas,
Ooh.
maybe? Was that his name?
Yes. So, So first of all, it's important to note that the sort of Galdinger crest, which is the G with a sword through the middle, is on the logbook in the inside. And the first entry, which you had the page for, is dated 2254 DS, and it describes Silas Galdinger as the captain, and sort of starts to go on to the adventures that they have boarding and pillaging merchant ships. And the final entry is 2273, talking of a successful adventure where they recovered a compass that would lead the way to a hidden island, rumored to have a powerful magical amulet. And those are the 2 pages that you recovered. So as Sir Bryant reads this, his face sort of grows cloudy, and you see his demeanor change, and he looks up. Where did you say you found this again?
We found this on a ship that was buried, hidden beneath the keep.
Your ancestors' pirate ship.
Where Mr. Twizzard fell, and you saved
We don't
Lily.
need to mention that part.
You saved Lily from falling as well. That area.
I mean, my family goes back generations. We're upstanding people.
Well, there's always a black sheep.
I don't understand this. I'll have to bring this to my to my bookkeepers, to my lore keepers when I return to the estate. I mean, this bears looking into.
Well, we also have the book written by your other ancestor on the local lore of the region.
Oh yes, I have a copy of that in our library at home, of course. I mean, that's a fine description of an up and coming town. I mean, it paints Windbell in a very, very positive light, and they're well respected citizens. I mean, I'm having trouble reconciling that with a pirate.
Well, it seems like perhaps one way to sort of put a ribbon on the Silas Galdinger story and sort of put that to bed is perhaps to find this compass and go to the island and capture the amulet.
I mean,
Perhaps
I don't know.
citizens.
All I know about amulets of what I've seen you people use and turn into various horrifying things. I'm not sure I want to know more about it myself.
Who are you calling you people?
Oh.
The people who have no idea how to use the amulets, but maybe if we knew, we would be able to use them
Oh, we know.
appropriately, and we could be kind of like the, I don't know, we could be the protectors of the land instead of the, just the ATM.
Scourge.
Yes. Yes, basically, to answer your question, Finric, everyone at this table except my daughter.
Oh, the Atam. Got it.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so we go check out Falreth's house again. We go now that the stores are ostensibly back open. We go see Skye again, and we go see creepy Arcana place.
Oh, Elsa's.
No, the new one. We haven't been here yet.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
We don't need to go to the other one, the Winking Owl.
no, well, I can go there. I can work on the dress with Skye, and then some other people can go to Falreth's house, and maybe we can meet up at the town hall and search Falreth's office.
To be fair, I don't believe you actually promised the dress with her change of spirit over learning about Falreth. There was never any talk of payment after that.
Well,
If you still wanted to do the dress, clearly.
I feel like I'm a person of my word, and I would at least go
Admirable.
there and offer it again. And should she accept, I would certainly help her out there because she's been helpful to us. And
Of course.
I'm going to ask her to come with us to Falreth's office and see if she can determine if there's anything of significance, because we probably don't. Well, Mr. Twizzard might have enough wizarding information, but
Oh, I will. Trust me.
some of the rest of us, we don't. My Arcana is okay, but it's not great.
My Arcana is actually something.
It's,
Look at that.
Yes.
I might actually know.
Yeah.
Probably won't, but I might.
Yeah. My Arcana is the same as yours. How's that?
Get your own Arcana.
I have the same number as you.
No, mine's plus
I'm not sure who this Skye character is, but I feel like I must go and repair the relationships that my unjust incarceration may have incurred. So I will probably spend the day with the blacksmith and the what was that carpenter's name? Anyway, Dad, may I go with the ATM? Is that really what you want, Lily? I mean, yeah.
No, she could certainly come with me.
All right, fine.
Yeah, I'm training her. She can learn how to sew.
That's the first reasonable thing you've said. Dad!
Don't worry, I'll teach you a couple other things.
She can
Lily.
learn how to cast spells and hit people with staff.
Yeah, we should notice that Lily is now prepared with a dagger
Dagger.
here, so just or a
Nice.
sai. I mean, technically.
She's learning.
That's right. All right, Paelias, you still asleep, buddy? What are you doing?
Oh, I guess I'll wake up.
All right, doing your morning business there.
Yeah, I'll come on down and I'll Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey man. So we got you some bacon. Twizzard was holding for you.
Order some. We're on our second pig.
By the way, Daggis brought over like a mug of bacon grease and just slams it down in front of Twizzard.
He dips the bacon in it first.
Yeah.
I don't care about cholesterol in this world.
I think dwarves thrive on cholesterol. You're probably fine.
Does he need to have some sort of like saving throw for like not puking it back up? Or
His constitution is quite high. So.
I have every faith that Twizzard can keep down some bacon grease.
I have to roll that when I eat lettuce.
So Paelias, it sounds like after breakfast you can either go see Skye with Agnes, you can come with Twizzard and I and go explore Falreth's house again, or you can do something else.
Yeah, you probably want me to come to Falreth's house so I can show you the secrets in the basement, right?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Secrets in the basement. I like the sound of that.
Only he knows the secret of the pickle barrel.
Yeah. Yeah, you might get wet.
Little pickle juice.
I seem to remember you being charmed.
Yeah, I don't know how to block that, but maybe we can bring some anti-charm potions.
Can't charm all three of us.
Well, I think that as long as you have a good saving throw roll, you can withstand it, but it sounds like it's probably going to have to be a pretty high roll if it's Falreth's charm.
We'll stop by the bakery, get
Can
some
we-
good rolls.
Can we get inspired? That might help.
There is a bakery.
There's a bakery, you can get some rolls there.
I don't think you've been to the bakery yet. Oh, maybe
that
this
the
is
one
a
with
good
the
time.
muffin
Maybe
top?
this is a good time to put up the signs that people have seen around. Well, people in the stream can see that. You guys can't see that. Well, I could probably make it happen though. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need one more serving of bacon
For the road.
for the road.
Put in a little to-go carrier.
you're putting bacon in. What are you putting bacon in?
I was just gonna eat it, but Agnes thinks I should put it in a to-go carrier.
You can eat it.
I'm just gonna eat it.
Up to you, man.
Alright, then I guess, Lily, would you like to head out to see Skye at the Winking Owl? Perhaps we can grab something a little healthier than bacon there?
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with bacon.
Alright, so Lily and I head out. We go over to the Winking Owl.
This is
I bring
the,
over some... Oh, I guess I am going to bring over that dress.
All right, so you're bringing the dress from Paelias.
And then some...
Paelias are
some
most.
sewing ends.
Okay, sewing odds and ends. Paelias, are most of your ill-gotten goods in your room, or? Are you,
Oh no, I carry him with me at all times.
He's just under encumbered.
We're gonna
Just
see if
under.
we can do something about that. All right.
Well, I'm taking one of them now.
You're giving the dress to Agnes.
Yeah. Can you give us an inspiration so that we can avoid that pickle barrel charm? Hopefully. Before you go.
Then I can't give it to you again until I have a long rest. And I would
is that
use
a
up
spell
all
slot?
3 of them. Yeah, I'd use up all 3 of them at once.
Oh, if you gave one to each. Of
But
them.
you could do Blessed.
You can just do one to. Yeah.
What's left?
You have Blessed.
That's the spell you have.
And you can bless up to 3 people.
After we get
Oh,
attacked
is that
by
the same
pickle
thing?
barrel?
No, so Blessed is essentially you can roll your dice. Is it advantage or is it adding a 1d6 or a 1d4?
I believe it's a D4.
What's happening? Can we just magic missile this pickle barrel?
You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a
Okay.
target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a D4 and add the number of rolls to the attacker's saving throw.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and that's
And what kind of
now-
charm was it? Was it just a charm to know that someone had entered, or was it when
No.
he had to be a
He
friend?
charmed me. He charmed me to do his bidding when he was close enough.
Well, what did you do?
I followed him into jail.
No, the charm from the pickle barrel.
that was the
Yeah.
charm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the charm. It was
Ah.
still within the hour.
Yeah,
okay.
it was
Yeah.
a warded glyph that basically cast the charm spell, but he didn't realize until he met up with Falreth.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
unless
yeah,
Falreth's
bless-
coming back in an hour,
Blessed
Is it die in an hour? Is that how it works?
I don't know.
charm lasts for an hour.
Oh, okay.
Bless only lasts for a minute, but you have that, so you'll be able to cast it if you want to use it. It only lasts for a minute, correct?
Oh wow.
But that would be enough for everyone to. I mean, only one person needs to deal with the pickle barrel.
Well, we don't know how the charm works. It might get everybody in the room.
Okay.
But yeah, I can bless everyone. That works.
All right, so Galdinger is going to reconnect with the
local shopsmiths.
The local shopsmiths, exactly. Dagus bids you a fair. Or, do you have any questions for Dagus before he leaves?
Hey Dagus, are you an upstanding, citizen with regards to your fellow townspeople? Like, do they consider you to be
on the up and up?
On the up and up. I mean, we believe that you are, but would others say the same of you? Because you might be good for a town council person.
I mean, the Ringing Bell is a fine inn. I mean, honestly, I think they prefer me to the Singing Sisters. However, I don't like the sound of any council thing. I'm not really a council kind of guy, if you know what I mean.
Okay, all right, that's fine. We just thought that, if you were that type of person, you would probably make a good council person.
Well, thank you for the compliment, and I'll certainly help if I can. But I don't know if if I have the the words to be a councilman.
Oh, okay. But sometimes actions speak louder than words.
Aye, true.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right, so let's see. So Agnes and Lily are going to the Winking Owl. And Paelias, Finric, and Twizzard are going to Kippen Manor. All right.
Super group.
All right, let's follow those guys first. So you go out of the Ringing Bell. You go down the street. You go up the hill.
Is Twizzard wearing pants? Just feel like I have to double check on that.
It's a good check.
I'm honestly not completely certain about the state of my pants.
You can make them whatever. You can make the state of your pants whatever you'd like it to be.
They're back to my MC Hammer pants, and I've got Falreth underwear in my pocket.
I just request pants in general.
I understand that.
MC Hammer pants as per normal, and Falreth underpants balled up in his pocket.
I don't know the weather.
As per normal. It is a sunny day today.
Ooh, I might have forgone the pants. I put them on already. That's fine.
Fair enough.
But if it gets hotter.
Fair enough.
Well, you can always wear Falreth's underwear as some longer shorts, like walking shorts.
It's nicer than my underwear.
Bermuda shorts.
Yeah, they probably have
and socks up
ties
to the
around
knees.
the ankles, so maybe you could raise the tie up to the knee, and then it would fold over and effectively be shorts.
It would be like knickerbockers.
Talking about the underwear or the MC Hammer pants?
I'm talking about the MC Hammer pants.
Oh, okay, right.
You can probably safely assume I'm never talking about the underwear.
I can't assume anything anymore.
If he says that there's a high thread count, then it's the underwear.
That's right, high thread
Okay,
count.
right.
Falreth had nothing but high thread count. Sheets, underwear, whatever.
It's
high thread count. That's how he rolls.
All right. So who would you like to focus on first?
Yeah, let's follow the people to Kippen Manor. So as you approach Kippen Manor, the gate is closed. The gate is the part of the wrought iron fence that surrounds the manor house. What would you like to do?
Open the gate.
You open the gate. It's unlocked.
Good job.
Heading over to the house.
Yep,
I'm
that was
going
my
to send
job.
a message. I'm going to send a message with my sending stone.
Okay.
Hey guys, try to treat Gregson with a little more respect this time.
Oh, he's gonna be there.
Probably.
Maybe he'll join us.
Tell him maybe he hasn't drank any kind of elixir this morning. Maybe he won't be charmed. Maybe it's a good time to try to get him on our side. Just putting it out there. He's gonna recognize you probably, but good luck.
Alright. We walk up to the front door.
All right, you walk up to the front door.
I'm gonna put on the hat.
Oh. All right, fair enough.
Assuming I gave it
Who are
back.
you assuming the identity of?
I'm gonna be Falreth.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
All right.
Make sure you talk like him because your voice is not going to change.
Poof.
So if you're Falreth and we're with you, how would we go in?
Fascinating.
Would we
We're
open the
charmed.
door for you, or would you open it yourself?
Yeah, you're charmed.
No, but Are we like your servants? Would we open it for you?
You technically have Gregson's sending stone. Oh, but that doesn't go to Gregson anymore. Never mind.
Like you wouldn't knock on the door of your own house, or would you?
Yeah, we'll just open it then. Well,
Okay.
unless I don't have a key, which I don't.
That's what I'm wondering. You're locked out of your own house.
And you do know that he locks basically every door, so.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll work it out.
If
I
you-
feel like you're planning a lot right now, Twizzard. This doesn't sound like you.
Well, I'm just trying to picture this. So if you hadn't done that, my plan would have been to kick the door open.
You
That
can
is-
kick the door open.
That is
And
in
you-
character with Twizzard. He is fond of kicking things open.
And failing.
Yes.
cases.
Sometimes
Go ahead
it
and
works.
Kick the door open.
At least once it worked. What was that?
I said yes. Go ahead and kick the door open.
Oh!
Not bad.
I step back and I give the door a mighty boot.
All right, roll athletics check.
Too easy.
First roll of the night, baby. Kicking a door open.
Is that?
That's
which
a
way does
BND.
this go?
That's 9.
Yeah.
Plus your athletics.
Which is
1.
10.
So you rear up and you're like, boom, and you basically the door holes. There's no magic or anything, but you get knocked. The door does not open.
I think since we last been here, they've reinforced the door.
Well, to be fair, you've never tried to kick this door open. Last time, Agnes was disguised as Falreth.
This is a beating door.
But
I'll
you
try
did manage.
knocking.
You did manage to make a large, loud noise, and you hear from inside, "Go away!"
Oh,
What's this guy's name again?
Gregson.
Gregson. Yes, Gregson. Open the door.
And you hear like what sounds like a large piece of furniture get thrown to the ground. The door flies open, and Gregson jumps at Falreth with a knife in his hand.
Oh, Jesus.
And
That one.
he misses completely because the sort of smell of strong alcohol wafts across you as he dives at you, misses, and falls to the ground in front of you.
Oh, poor Gregson.
Grayson, what are you doing?
And he goes to cut you again. Ah! Wow, he's really drunk. He's like 2 and 4 missing drunk.
Grayson, this
And he's
isn't
so-
like you.
He sort of sits back and he's like, "No, you killed her!"
Oh, he's
Killed who?
And he throws the knife down and he just sort of sobs into his hands in front of you.
Remember that picture?
Grayson, come inside. Let's talk.
And he's sort of like, he's just crying. He's just crying.
Alright, help him inside.
Alright, we grab him, drag him in.
He sort of struggles weakly, but you guys bring him inside. So you're sort of in the main, you're in the main room there with the 2 staircases going up to the either side.
Yeah, let's go to that dining area where we had drinks.
I was gonna say, yeah, let's get him maybe on like whatever couch we were on before. We'll maybe make him some tea.
All right.
Greg Gregson in.
Yeah.
Gregson, what were you drinking? And where is it?
Yeah, as you walk in and you sort of off to the right is the sitting room where you before, you notice a chair that sort of, that was probably the sound of the large piece of furniture knocking over when he heard Falreth's voice. And on the table that's sort of in between the chairs is a mostly empty decanter, and there's a glass on the rug leaking a brown liquid onto the rug.
I rush and tilt it back up.
All right. There's like a little bit left at the bottom.
I look at it and I'm sad.
I feel like it was leaking for a while.
All right. I put it
Yeah,
back
leaking. There's not look like there's that much on the floor. It looks like he drank most of this bottle.
All right, I'm gonna drink what's left in the bottle.
You have to grab it from Twizzard if you're gonna do that.
Just, you take it
No
from
problem.
Take it.
Okay. All right. Finric drinks what's left of it, and
Did you
Gregson
guys make
sort
the
of
tea?
looks up and
Is the tea ready?
he looks at Falreth again.
I was getting to that.
He's like, I don't understand. What are you? Who are these? I don't understand what's going on.
Grayson, let me ask the questions first.
Gregson. But that's alright because it's Falreth too.
Who did I kill? What is going on?
And he just lunges at you again and just like starts like trying to choke you, Paelias.
Ooh, I cast Gust on him.
You cast Gust
It's
on
a
him?
cantrip I've got. Because he's a medium to small creature, right?
I mean, yeah.
Then I can blow him up to 5 feet away.
So he's so he like lunges for who he thinks is Falreth and sort of grabs around his neck, and then you're like, and you blow him backwards, and he like sort of hits the couch, and the whole couch falls backwards, and he like hits his head on the ground, and he's like dazed.
Aw.
Gregson, this is getting ridiculous. Talk to us. What is going on?
You stole my life from me. You killed my wife, my Becky. And he starts to break down and cry again.
Well, I am sorry about that.
He spits to the side or as close to you as he can.
Gregson, it was important that we be together alone.
What? You stole my position. You took over the town. You killed my wife.
Yes, I did all of those things and more.
And then you modified my memory.
Yes,
You made me be your servant for years. You've stolen half of my life.
How many years has it been?
More than 20.
Yes,
You
well,
made me think she had died in an accident.
yes, I have made many mistakes.
If I had the strength to do it, I would kill you as you stand.
So
I understand that.
What did you say?
Okay, well, why don't you drink some tea?
Well, I'll,
Great.
So Finric comes back in the room with some tea he's been preparing.
Alright, I'm going to whisper to Paelias and Finric, maybe we should put this guy out of his misery. This is pretty
No,
bad.
there's a lot of information we can get from him.
I'm about ready just to club him.
or maybe we should come clean to him.
Let's play this out a little longer.
Okay.
Grayson.
Gregson.
You don't even know my name!
It's often very helpful to talk out everything that's been going on. Let's start from the beginning.
I don't understand. You're not... Who are you? You are not Falreth.
Well, then you don't want to kill me.
I slap him. Yes, he is Falreth.
You slap Gregson?
Yes.
What? Who are you people?
Listen, Grayson, they're under my charm. And we are here because we do not have a lot of time. All right? We need your help.
And he just starts to run for the door.
Good job, everyone.
I cast Gust on him.
It's sort of, well, you're gonna have to roll to see if that hits him as he's running out.
I don't have any plus to Gust.
Well, wouldn't it be your spell saving throw? Or your spell casting?
Let's say it's a dexterity, because I just want to see if you can react fast enough to hit him with it.
Oh, okay.
Would that be a 7? That's
Yes.
pretty fast where I come from.
So he gets through the door. The wind sort of ruffles, his untucked shirt as he runs to the front door.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna dash after him.
All right, Finric, you can definitely close the distance to him quickly. He's heading out the door. What are you gonna do?
Grab him by the shoulder, turn around, yell, wait. See if I can just stop him in his tracks for a second.
What?
I know.
What do you want?
We need to come clean to you.
What? What is it? What more can you do to me that he already hasn't?
This person dressed as Falreth is our friend, Paelias. We're not here to hurt you. You're here to find Falreth. we know he's done these awful things, and I'm sorry for the ruse, but we weren't sure what side you were on.
Who is he? Where is Falreth?
Pick up the hat.
Well, we had Falreth last night over at the town hall. The guards finally turned on him, just like you're turning on him, and we were able to do some damage to Falreth. We had him bloodied, but then he disappeared. We tried tracking him, but he's no longer, at least for now, he's not on this plane of existence. So he's somewhere. We're not sure if he's coming back. We're not sure if he comes back, when that would be. But for now, we're just trying to make things right. We're trying to find out whatever we can to help us either track him down, or to prevent him from coming back, or to defeat him if he does come back. So anything you can do to help us.
And he's sort of like, he's taking this all in. You can tell he's sort of shocked and not maybe fully comprehending what you're saying. And he looks up and he looks at Paelias, who is now taking the hat off, and he's like, Barney?
Barney.
So Falreth is gone?
This is why I made the tea. Why don't we go back inside?
All right, so you guys shuffle back in and go to the couch, and you set right the couch that he knocked over when Twizzard cast Gust and knocked him over, and you sort of all get chairs and you sit down and you start to talk, and we'll cut over to Agnes and Lily, who have made their way over to the Winking Owl and are knocking on the door. It does seem to be closed.
Oh, okay.
So you knock a couple times, and then the door opens, and there's Skye. What are you doing? It's
The butt crack of dawn, yes.
no. I mean, it's the Tall. We're closed. Most stores are closed on the Tall.
Oh, we're not here to buy anything. We're here to fit you for your new dress, if you still want it.
Well, I guess maybe I didn't think you'd. But sure, come on in. And she opens the door, and you guys go in with her. She sort of ushers you, and she's like, well, I mean, I haven't even scryed on Falreth today, but I don't know how they'd be fitted. I mean, this is all so much. I don't know. She's sort of like flattered and like a little bit shy, honestly, that you'd think of her.
So, Skye, this is Lily Galdinger. She wanted to come by because she wants to learn as much as she possibly can from all the people who might be willing to educate her in maybe fighting or magic or just general skills. So I brought her to see how to alter a dress, and maybe you can give her some words of wisdom.
Well, is this true, young lady? Yes, I definitely want to learn all I can. Agnes holds you in high esteem, and she said that I may learn from you. Well, I'm not sure what all you can learn from me. I mean, I make a mean stew, a mean soup. My cheese plate is second to none, but I do have some magical items and some arcane knowledge, although not as much as some others. But yes, I'd be willing to teach you, I suppose. Do you? I'm sorry. Do you live in Windbell? I haven't seen you.
Well, I don't necessarily live in Windbell. I do have family not too far from here in Bellwether Glen, actually. Bellwether Glen.
Very close.
And but I am from a little bit further out. I don't even remember where I'm from. Actually, I think I'm from Skye, but that doesn't really exist, I don't think.
Technically, North Gorson would be the country you're from.
North Gorson, yes. And Lily is a Galdinger, so she's part of I guess wherever they're from.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah. So the Galdingers have returned, have they? Fascinating. Well, yeah. I mean, I could bring you out some snacks. Did you want to do the dress thing now? I'm not really sure.
Sure. I'll get my stuff set up and
Do I sort of stand like this? What do I do? Am I? And she's sort of like, she's not in pajamas, but she's clearly in her like day off attire.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, let me get all my stuff laid out. I'm sure that Lily and I could certainly appreciate one of your cheese platters.
Oh yes, yes, and some scones, freshly baked.
Oh, that would be delightful, certainly.
Wonderful, wonderful. I never have friends over. And she
and just wear something that you might wear under a dress, so that when I fit you, you'll feel comfortable in the end result.
All right. I'll make the food first. And she goes off into the back room there.
I would like to look around
Okay.
and see what she might have, because this is really the first time I'm in the store
Yeah.
to really look.
That's true. You're usually like either sending stone in. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me roll a d20 for me. See what you find.
A 2.
A 2. All right. Fair enough. No problem. Doesn't matter so much when we're doing this exercise. I'm just trying to find my. Where did I put that? As you're looking around the store, Lily does the same, sort of surreptitiously mirroring your movements, trying to take on some of your mannerisms. She's trying to appear more worldly and learn the ways of this strong. Wow, I just lost on your list. This is terrible.
That's alright, we could do it later.
No. I've got it here somewhere. Where is it?
So I'm laying out the dress in the meantime.
Yeah, perfect.
I have my sewing equipment, some
Okay.
shears.
All right, you said a 2.
I said a 2.
All right, so you're looking around the shelves, and remember this is half cafe, half vegetarian cafe, half antique shop, and so as you're sort of looking around the shelves, there are many trinkets, many items which you're like, is that more than it seems? And you're sort of looking around, and you sort of gravitate toward a circular piece of glass set in a thin silver ring. It's maybe about the size of a circle if you put your hands together. And you sort of pick it up and you look through it, and it refracts the world a bit, sort of like a magnifying glass, but not a very strong one if it is. And it really catches your eye.
Okay, so maybe I will ask Skye about that at some point when it seems right.
All right,
You
fair
might
enough.
need it.
So she comes back out with some scones, which do seem like they were freshly baked. There's a little bit of strawberry marmalade or jam in a bowl next to it, and she sort of arrayed it on a plate.
Oh, it looks delicious.
Oh, thank you. Tea?
I think that we'll start your fitting first, and
She.
you were okay.
Okay. So she sort of puts it on the table, and then you notice that she's sort of in a basically sort of formless, just white shrift, and she's like, okay, well, where do I go?
How about you step over here onto this chair, and
Okay.
I'll start taking your measurements,
All right.
and we'll see if we can get this dress to fit you perfectly.
All right. So she stands up in the chair. She sort of stands awkwardly as you've got some sort of measuring tape or at least strings. And,
Yeah, string is fine.
And Lily's there to assist you. And as you're doing that process, we'll flash back. And you guys are around, and you sort of relayed the events of the previous evening, and sort of Gregson has had a chance to take this in, and so he sort of looks up and he's like, well, I mean that would explain things. I woke up this morning and just memories came flooding back to me. I mean, I was Reeve of Windbell, and Falreth came, and he was. It's still so fuzzy, but he was claiming he was an herb or a doctor of something sent from Wesleyville, the capital, and he was here because of a plague, and he had to test everyone one at a time, and everybody sort of spent, you know, he systematically, I helped bring everyone to the town, and of course I met with him, and after that I was just my wife was dead, and I was his servant, and then that's how that's how I spent the next 20 years. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Jeez.
You got tricked and brainwashed, and Falreth is a total D-bag. And now we're here to divvy up his house. You want in?
Yeah, I want in. I mean, this was my house before he stole my life from me.
Dibs.
What does that mean?
So, what has he told you about the basement? What do you know about the secret compartments down there?
I don't know anything about secret compartments.
Huh. Well, we're used to you.
Let's take a trip to the basement.
Sure. I mean, I just use it as a pantry. I try my hand at making pickles, but that's about it.
Before we go down, you got any more of that alcohol you were drinking?
He sort of looks at the decanter that's now empty, and he looks over to the side, and you see sort of a little shelf off to the side of the sitting room, and there's two other decanters of varying. One's clear, and one is a slightly honey-colored.
I grab them both.
Okay. Follow me, and
Gentlemen.
he leads you through the
This
door.
is a Gregson probably is going to end up living here again after this. So,
What's that?
well, after all this, after we leave, I'm guessing Gregson is going to like live here.
It is his house.
It was his house.
Yeah.
You're saying we shouldn't drink his booze?
No, take what you want now before he...
Yeah, I don't think he cares if you take the booze or not.
Right.
I mean, we'll live in the house. We're not going to blow it up.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
So he leads you folks down into the pantry, opens the door, goes down to the basement room, and it looks fairly as you saw it the first time you came down, Paelias. The pickle barrel is back against the wall. The secret door is closed.
Is there still juice everywhere?
No, the juice has been cleaned up.
So, who cleaned this up here? Did you do this?
I mean, Falreth ordered me to clean it up, yes.
And did you see the door was open?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So behind that pickle barrel, there's a door.
I mean, if you say so. This has been a very strange day.
Go ahead and turn that pickle juice barrel for me.
Turn it?
Yeah, clockwise.
He sort of
You'll
walks. He walks up to it and he sort of tries to move it.
Are you going to cast Bless?
Put your back into it. Oh, yeah, you want some blast, guys? Just in case? Good call. Thanks for that setting stone message.
I think I'm constantly in contact
You're
with him.
just constantly listening to make sure he doesn't fuck things up.
I mean,
I'll
that
allow
could
it.
have gone bad. All right, so blast.
All right, so you cast bless, so mark that spell slot, and now.
Yeah.
Are you blessing the three of us and not Gregson?
Yeah, I guess we have to do it that way.
So you're not blessing Gregson.
Well, I mean, unless one of us wants to leave the room for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll leave the room for a little bit. Gregson's been through a lot.
All right, I'll bless him too then.
All right, just give a shout when I'm good.
All right.
All right, so he sort of, and sure enough, it moves just as you direct him to, and he moves it, and there is the secret room, and he's just like awestruck. He's like, wow. I mean, I know he modified my memory, but this was not here. I just had a small pantry.
Well, it's your house, buddy. So, whatever's left when we leave is yours.
Was not his house yet.
He looks over at you.
You want that rug back?
I can ask
Were
him
you
about
the
that.
one who took the rug?
Is that rug back here?
It's upstairs in the hall. You're welcome to it. Everything that reminds me of him is
I'm running back
dead
up.
to me.
I'm running upstairs real quick. As I pass Finric, I say it's good down there.
Okay.
Well, no, but we don't know if it's good down there.
I thought it was just once you pass the pickle barrel trap.
Yeah, you turned the pickle barrel, so we're good so far.
All right, so do you head into the
Now-
room behind the pickle barrel?
Yeah, and there's another door that I wasn't able to get past in the other corner, which I'm curious about. Where
It is the rounded sort of, if you would, hobbit-sized or halfling-sized door, and that's sort of set into the stonework. It looks like it's much older than some of the other shelving and things that have been put in this room to hold the ill-gotten goods that Morgo and Falreth had been stealing,
Okay.
basically, from people.
So
on the
there's
road.
still ill-gotten goods and other.
Oh, there's a
stuff
lot of
around.
ill-gotten goods.
We
Yeah.
were
All
gonna
right. So
try to
shall we
return
look around and see if there's like a compass or anything, and
All right,
we'll go through this first, and then
all right.
perhaps my halfling self and my mason's tools will have a look at the halfling-sized door.
All right.
All right. All right. So
All
you
right,
guys
so
are
we're gonna look around.
you're looking around for a compass. So both of you give me an investigation check, or one of you assist the other and give me an investigation check with advantage.
Oh.
What's the difference?
Whoever has, talk about it from a metagaming standpoint, whoever has the highest plus to investigation should be assisted by the other person and
Oh, I
thus
think
have
it was
advantage.
0.
Who's that?
Well, let's see. Probably Finric, unless Finric's 0.
Actually,
And then
Mine
they're
is
both-
0.
Mr.
Mine
Twizzard
0.
is the best.
I'm not in the room though.
Twizzard is not in the room. He is
Alright.
re-stealing a rug
It's mine, damn it.
from the second floor.
You both have 0 investigation.
We just got the +5. All right. So when he comes back, well, let's investigate.
Yeah, we'll investigate now, and then we can investigate again later. It's not like we're short of investigating,
Yeah.
Totally fine.
right?
10.
9.
You,
Oh my god, 10 and 9.
Paelias, you do know that rolling a d20 means you roll one dice, not 20 dice, right?
I get bored with just the one, so it's nice to have options.
All right, fair enough. So 9 and Finric, what was yours?
10.
Okay, so you guys are looking around. I mean, you see the sort of the crates of the ice wine, the fine gowns, the fabric, gold, jewels. One is like full of documents of some kind, but there's no compass that you can see.
All right. Can we start going through the documents, see if anything jumps out at us?
Sure. They are sort of deeds, and so they're sort of legal documents that might be necessary for either census or tax collecting, things of that nature.
Great. So that'll go back to the town, the jewels and stuff. Maybe we'll take a reasonable share
Finder's
of
fee.
those. Say again?
Finder's fee.
Yeah, exactly.
There are some, as you're looking through some of the crates and things, there are some, for lack of a, they're basically like shipping orders or manifests
Oh.
of where these goods were being sent and or received from.
Interesting.
Planning on trying to get some of that back to their original folk.
We weren't gonna try too hard though, were we?
Well, it's one of the reasons why we went to the town to try to get that information, and then we met Falreth, and here we are.
I thought we were just trying to get stones.
All right. So I guess
know
we
you
do
said
that. We don't have a
stones,
bunch
but
of
I
money, so
really
maybe
heard
we don't have to
stones.
steal this. Maybe we turn all this over once this is done. Maybe we turn all this over to Henry.
Minus the finding fee.
I like that maybe.
Are you back in the room, Twizzard?
You stolen
Did I get
your
my rug?
You got
Yeah,
your
you got
rug.
your rug.
Okay.
All right, Twizzard.
Yeah,
Twizzard.
alright.
Twizzard comes in the room and he's got his rug over his shoulder. And he's like, "What are you guys doing?"
All right. I think let's check out this other door.
Yeah. So Twizzard, we're gonna go check out this door. If you wanna, just investigate the treasure further and just make sure there's nothing we didn't see. I'm gonna go.
Does your rug have handles? Can it carry stuff? Like, is it
Uh,
useful?
The rug?
It's useful.
I mean, it's like a runner that you would see in a hallway. It's
I smack Gregson with it. See?
No.
What?
Oh,
It's
no.
helpful.
son of a.
No. He was just kidding. He was just kidding.
Bad Twizzard.
Takes a
Bad.
bottle of wine and he throws it at you.
Was that one of the two I brought?
No, it's one of the torn ice wine. It's very
Oh,
valuable.
Even worse.
It bounces off your chest and cracks on the ground.
All right,
Oh.
I grabbed one of the good ice wines and stuff it in my my rug.
All right. So anyway, Finric, who's investigating the door. So yeah, it's a round door. It is a wooden door, and the stonework around it seems very old to you. It is locked. The wood itself is a. Give me a history check.
Uh-oh. +0. Cool. 13.
This is a wood that you don't really recognize. Is your nature higher? What's your nature?
Also 0.
All right, yeah, you don't recognize this wood.
Interesting. Okay. Is the hardware facing me, or is the hardware hidden?
The only hardware that you can see is a metal, a burnished sort of gray metal lock plate.
Got it. Gregson, you
And
don't
a
happen
handle.
to
There's a
know
handle.
who... This looks older. This looks like this would have been here when you lived here. You don't happen to know if there's a key.
I didn't even know this part of the. I thought the basement was just sort of a cold storage. I didn't, I would keep meats and cheeses down here. I didn't even know this room existed. As long as I've lived here. I mean, I inherited it from the Reeve before me.
What was that Reeves
Gotcha.
saying?
Well, I think Falreth was using it.
Yes, no, I mean, clearly he's been stockpiling ill-gotten goods here.
Do we know who that was that lived here before you? By any chance?
The Reeve before me?
Yeah. Or was it just some no name?
He had a name. My memory's still a little fuzzy.
You want me to smack you with the rug again?
No.
Alright, what can you do with it, Finric?
Does Twizzard's Thieves Tools, does that include any sort of lockpicking?
Do you have thieves' tools, Twizzard?
I think that I do. Yeah, brewer supplies, in case we need to make any beer, and I have thieves
Brewer
tools.
supplies, good.
I'm guessing this is a situation for thieves tools and not brewer supplies.
You have thieves' tools, yeah.
Okay. I also had +3 to nature. Would that help in figuring out what this wood is, or is it more important that I just try and pick whatever lock is there?
All right, while you guys are discussing that, we'll
Okay.
jump back to Agnes and Lily and Skye. How has the fitting been going, Agnes?
Oh, it is going to be perfect. We're just going to need to hem a little on the bottom, but everything else looks like it's going to fit very nicely.
Whoa, we have lost our connection, folks.
Oh.
This is super exciting. We're
Oh,
gonna,
I think we lost some audio there too. Yeah.
yeah, that's what is going on here. I don't even know. I think the stream is still up. La la la. The connection was lost. Do we
I'm
still
looking.
have?
No, the stream is stopped, I think.
Do we still have internet?
We gummed up your internet here.
I don't know.
It's too many.
All right. I think
Are you audible?
back live.
Audible.
That was exciting, everybody.
We are audioing you.
Let's,
Right.
Boom, boom. We're back. Are we back?
The magic of live internet.
What happened there? I don't know. I'll blame that on
Falreth.
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 He's messing with us from beyond the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that completely wiped my memory. Oh, people are in different positions too. Oh, this is trouble. That's okay. I can fix it. Meanwhile, how'd the fitting go, Agnes?
Yeah, so the dress is going to fit very nicely, except for the length, which we just need to hem a little bit, and it will work perfectly. So very few alterations. You'll be able to wear this maybe in the next hour.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, I can't thank you enough. I have a few places I'd like to go. A few people I'd like to see wearing a brand new dress.
So we have a question for you. Would you be able to identify any kind of interesting objects in Falreth's office if we were to go there a little bit later, meet up with the rest of the ATM?
Dun, 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 dun.
Perhaps, yes. As much as it pains me to say it, Elsa would probably be who you'd want to talk to.
Okay.
I don't agree with all of her decisions, mind you, but seeing as Falreth's out of the picture, perhaps there can be some reconciliation.
Oh, was she friendly with Falreth?
No, but nor did she do anything to stop what he did to the town.
Did she know that he was essentially charming everybody?
I'm fairly certain. I was her pupil at a time. And while what she taught me allowed me to resist Falreth, I was not powerful enough to stand against him, while I believe that she would have been. And when she chose not to, I ceased my relationship with her. I opened the Winking Owl as far physically as I could get, but I did not forsake this town for which I love.
Oh, that's very sad that had to happen. Falreth was a really bad person.
Aye.
Well, perhaps you could tell me a little bit about this very nice looking glass surrounded by a silver ring. That kind of caught my eye.
You would pick that out, wouldn't you?
I would.
Well, seeing as you've basically given me this dress and fitted it, you can have it.
Why, thank you.
Now, are you aware of how it works?
No, it caught my eye. The way that the light hit it, I guess, just kind of spoke to me, and...
Aye, you have a good eye. Now, this is the glass of all seeing. When you gaze through it, if there's evil magic or even physical traps, you'll be able to see them through the glass. Now, I am told that it has limited uses. I myself have tried it once to verify that it works as it does, but the person who I procured it from, maybe only half a dozen or so uses remain.
Okay.
But it is yours. I trust and I hope it will keep you out of trouble.
Can you tell me what I need to do to see what I need to see?
Merely gaze through it. Merely gaze through it.
Do I have to want to see? Like, I'm sure that anyone walking by could just look at it. Is that the same as looking through
its
it?
magic is only used if it senses a trap.
Oh, okay. So you can look through it, and if there's nothing there, the magic has not been used.
Do you notice, and she sort of points, and there's a sort of hairline fracture on one side toward the edge. That is what happened when I looked at a trap that I had set myself.
Oh, so it's almost as if it has to experience the evil or the trap in order
Correct.
to detect it.
Correct. I fear that it will physically fracture the more it is used.
Okay, that is very, very useful. Thank you so much, Skye. Are you friends with Daggis at the Ringing Bell?
Of course, of course.
Well, that's where we're staying. You should come over and have a drink with us sometime.
I might do just that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to.
Do take a scone with you.
Oh yes, thank you.
He gives each of
Scones.
you and Lily a scone.
And anything you'd like to see or look at, Lily, before we leave? Any questions you'd like to ask?
Oh,
No, not right now. Thank you, though. It's a pleasure meeting you, miss.
Pleasure meeting you.
Okay, so bid our farewells. We head
Alright.
out.
You guys leave the Winking Owl.
I asked with the Standing Stone what the progress is like, where they are, if they're over at the manor still or at I guess the office.
All right. What do you guys say to Agnes?
We're making great progress.
All right, so you've been investigating.
There's a door here that we're trying to open.
Well, how are you trying to open it?
Ooh, I have thieves'
I
tools.
looked at it real hard.
Okay, well, I happen to have excellent sleight of hand, and with the use of Mr. Twizzard's thief tools, might be able to work out a lock, but if there's no lock, then I don't know what I can do.
There's a lock.
There is a lock. Well, I might be able to do something then. I'll make my way over.
See you in
Lily,
a
would
bit.
you like to go to the manor again?
Absolutely.
All right, we head over to the manor.
As long as we don't have to jump out a window again.
Well, hopefully not. It sounds like everything's going pretty well.
All right. So you guys make your way to the manor house. Twizzard, did you try your hand at lockpicking? Or
I
not?
didn't yet.
I was gonna ask if Twister tried his hand at just looking around in the treasure.
Yeah. Give me
Yeah,
an investigation.
you're using
Oh, right.
your investigation
I'm looking. I'm
for
gonna
a
sniff out
compass.
this
You're looking
treasure.
for a compass that won't stab your finger.
Yeah, I need a second compass. This first one stinks. What is
12
that?
plus your investigation.
Oh, 17, which is 5.
That's mine.
Oh,
You have to look at yours.
oh yeah. No, but it is 5. Yeah.
Yours is 5, so 7.
17.
You paw through the crates. You sort of look at the papers. You probably sample a few bottles of ice wine yourself. You probably pocket some gold, let's say 25 or 26, and also maybe a ruby that strikes your eye. But you feel fairly certain there is no compass in this room.
There's no compass in this room.
Glad we got him then.
Nothing else of value was found.
All right, open that door, Twizzard.
Should I try or
Well,
Yeah, why
am
not?
I there?
no?
You're almost there.
Almost there.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Alright, I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try.
Unless, of course, the door has a trap on it.
I have tried. And I'm kind of tired. I don't feel like trying anymore, so I'm just gonna wait for Agnes. Yeah, I rolled a 1.
The lock
All right.
remains impervious to your attempts.
Why do I have these thieves' tools?
And soon... I don't know.
You've got like fat dwarf fingers and then really fine tools.
These aren't mine. They're not made for me.
It's like this fine work, and you're used to using like a hammer. Soon enough, Agnes and Lily arrive and presumably make their way downstairs. I believe Agnes knew where it was. So yeah, you guys.
Well, I knew where the pantry was.
Okay, and you see the open pickle door, and there's a bunch of fools behind it surrounding it.
I follow the.
Who is
follow
she
the
talking about?
motion. All right, so I would like to try my special glass of all seeing on this door first.
As you look through the glass, the world remains the same.
Okay. So then I'm going to ask Mr. Twizzard if I may borrow his thieves kit. Thank you. And
So if she had used
and
that,
I get a 16.
Was that plus?
if she had used that on the pickle door, could we have seen the glass trap thing?
Absolutely.
Oh, cool.
We need to do more shopping.
You get a pewter spoon that makes everything taste like cinnamon.
Yeah, have you used your spoon yet, Twizzard?
I think it would probably make a cup of coffee taste awesome.
My wisdom
Oh, yeah.
coffee recipe makes it quite
And
awesome.
just a little dip in and then take it out, and it's just an after effect of cinnamon.
Let's see.
All right, so I rolled a 10 plus 6 for my sleight of hand, so a 16 total.
The lock room. You feel a couple tumblers.
Ah,
You can tell a couple tumblers, 2 or 3 tumblers catch, but you are unable to get it unlocked.
Okay. Well, then I think we're going to have to maybe go to the office and check to see if Falreth has left some keys there.
or we can
Or
magic
check
missile it.
upstairs in his room.
Oh, I thought I just heard the answer.
Magic missile it?
There's also bless. or even
What is
just,
blessed?
You can bless me, and I can roll a 1d4 to see if my sleight of hand can increase.
Oh, from the last roll, can we do that?
But
Sure.
you have to, use another. Is that
Yeah.
a cantrip for him or a spell
No,
slot?
it is
No, it's a spell slot. You can get blessed. We'll bless you. Go ahead, roll a d4.
Yeah, so do a fresh roll.
Do a fresh roll.
And you can add a d4.
I'll bless the other two as well, because
Might as well.
I get 3.
Natural 20.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone is blessed. She's got a natural 20. So with the Paelias lays his hand on you, and you feel the power of Mistra, the god of magic, flow through you, and with a sure hand, you don't even need the power. You sort of shirk it aside, and
But it's there in case
but
you
it's there in
It's
case
there.
you need it.
Yeah.
And at the second attempt, you feel not just 2, not just 3, but 5 tumblers,
5. Wow.
and the door's open. You can pull the handle.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah,
So-
very good.
Now, it's likely that if I didn't see the trap with the door closed, I mean, is it all of a sudden that a magical trap is going to be there now that the door is open?
You
Should I
can
try
look again if you want.
I'll look again.
That doesn't
Yep.
hurt you, right?
You can look
Still,
Yeah.
I mean, it is a dark tunnel. It is shored up with stone walls and a stone ceiling. It is on the ground. You see sort of dirt that has been shuffled. There are no or few visible cobwebs, but it looks like a tunnel that extends into the distance, and you see no traps, or at least you
Alright.
see nothing through the
So-
glass different than what you see with your eyes.
Okay. So is this regular dark? So my dark vision is able to.
This is regular dark.
Okay.
Yep. You can see 60 feet, and the tunnel is almost a straight shot.
Okay, so then I'm going to say, at least for as far as I can see, everything looks clear. Shall we progress?
I'm gonna cast light on my rug.
All right. What color would you like it to glow?
Purple.
All right. You now have a brightly glowing, shedding purple light, but a deep burgundy, so like a dark purplish red. So it kind of makes sense. Rug
Looks
over
nice,
your
right?
shoulder. Lily looks at you like she doesn't say anything.
I look right back at her.
All right, do we have an order in which we would like to progress through?
I guess I should just be somewhat close to the rug,
Okay.
probably behind it, because I don't have dark vision.
You can
Right.
carry the rug if you want.
Though you might want to
Okay.
be backlit just so it doesn't ruin your eyes.
Fair enough. And I don't want to carry the rug, but thank you.
Okay. I'll take up the rear then, or at least I'll be behind Finric.
I think I'll stay here. I have a lot to think through.
Well, you can
Really?
certainly start moving your stuff out of that servant's quarters and into the master suite.
But none of the good
That I
stuff.
can.
Yeah.
And he sort of like, I wish you luck on your journey. He leaves.
Okay.
Thanks, dude.
So what's the order up this tunnel?
All right. Well, Lily should probably be kind of in between, not last, but not first.
Okay, who's first?
I guess
I'll go first.
Okay.
I got dark vision.
All right.
So Lily could go between me and Mr. Twizzard, or me and Finric.
Because Lily doesn't have dark vision either. So, but the rug sure does shed. You hold the rug so it sends a little light forward. So, all right. So you all proceed up this tunnel. The 60 feet turns into 120 feet, but it's pretty much a straight shot. It is heading upwards a little bit, and soon, Paelias, you see an end to the tunnel. And as you grow closer to it, you see what is basically set on the ground are spikes, and
Ooh.
there is some connection from the spikes to what can only be described as a sort of door, which is the end of the tunnel, and so it's a sort of the spikes look spring-loaded, sort of picture like a bear trap, but it's sort of, there's some linkage or connection to the door itself.
So it's almost as if you.
So if we
if you
open
were
the
to-
door, it comes out.
Yes, if someone, you can glean that if someone were to open the door from the outside, they would not
Fare too well.
They would not fare too
I
well.
don't think you need your lens for this.
No, I don't think I need that either. I'm not wasting
Yeah, I think we're gonna get
use on that. Is there a way to trigger the trap safely? So
Or
Paelias,
she's on it.
can you see if there's a way to trigger it safely so that
Yeah,
we can
Paelias.
maybe pass?
I can
Plies,
bla-
give me an investigation check.
I can blast some wind at it. Get my gust.
Never
I got a
would.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not too complicated. You can see sort of by looking at it, it's sort of like a I don't know, like an aggrandized mousetrap, and you can see sort of where you would unhook something to release the pressure of the spring without setting the spikes up, and so you neutralize it.
Let's do that.
All right, it's neutralized.
Oh, that was easy.
That was easy.
Oh, where's your? That was easy. That was easy. That's all right. Could have used it.
All right, so let's go open the door then.
All right, you open the door, and the sunlight, the bright sunlight floods in.
Ooh, we're outside.
So this
Yeah,
seems
where are
to
we?
be the way in which maybe Morgo was bringing in some of those ill-gotten goods and
Yeah.
then storing them.
As you guys sort of file out and sort of look around, you realize you're sort of so Windbell sort of comes up this incline, starting at the shore and moving upwards, and then it continues, and then it turns into what are called the Mistral Hills. And you probably wouldn't know that, but there it is. So you're sort of in this, there are some trees, there are a few, there's some long grasses, it's sort of scrub brush type territory. And you're overlooking, if you look down, you can see sort of the roof of Kippen Manor a bit of a ways below you. You're sort of in these foothills.
All right. Well, do we search the area here, or do we just head back to town?
Well, we didn't search the rest of the house. We went to the basement.
Yeah. So do we want to just go right back the way we came, do the rest of the house, and then go to the office, or do we want to split up again?
I like the idea of sticking together, going back up through the house, and then maybe we grab Elsa and bring her.
Yeah, and this door was sort of set in a hollowed tree stump.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can we make note of where this tree stump is in case we need it again?
Sure, you can take note of it.
All right. It's noted.
Paelias takes note of it. He takes, okay, there's the top of the church, there's the top of Kippen Manor, okay, this is where the tree stump is.
I know exactly where that is.
Triangulate.
You triangulate.
I'm
exactly.
carving my name on the tree stump.
All right,
Oh, there you go.
let's see a sleight of hand.
What's happening?
What are you using?
This knife?
Dagger?
Do I have a knife?
Do you have a dagger?
I hope
No,
I
I
do.
don't think you have a dagger.
Oh
Here,
boy.
use mine.
I have a dagger.
Oh,
But
Alright,
if you're not
Paelias-
proficient with it,
Paelias
then...
hands you a dagger.
all right. I'm using Paelias' dagger.
Okay.
5. Damn it!
So you take Paelias' dagger and you're like, "Argh."
Do you want to use
And
blast?
you gotta make the top of the T, and you're like, "Argh." And then you go to slash down, and the dagger slips out of your hands, and you knock your head against the tree as the dagger falls to the ground.
I give the dagger back to Paelias. This thing's broken.
Yeah.
This is like a hardwood or something.
And as that happens, I cast Minor Illusion as a cantrip just to make it look as though he was successful.
Oh, okay.
How do I fall for this? My head hurts because I fell over.
So Finric and Paelias look around, and they're like, "You didn't do too bad."
I say, let's go.
All right, so you guys head overland, or you go back down the tunnel.
I think we go back the way we came, through the tunnel.
Yeah, through the tunnel.
Good. Are you doing anything with the door or trap?
We should
Right,
probably, well, how about this? Can we see about, does the door open inwards or outwards?
Yeah, the reason the door looked so odd was it's sort of crafted to fit into the stump to make it look normal, so it opens outwards.
Okay.
But it's got sort of an irregular shape to it, so it blends in better with the tree stump.
So Is there a mechanism from the outside that would neutralize the trap so that if we reset it to make sure that nobody was going in that way?
Give me an investigation check.
14 plus 3, 17.
So you're sort of looking more at the mechanism, and you're like sort of looking at the outside, and you figure that basically if you stick something into this knot hole on the outside, that releases the catch that's connected to the door, and it would prevent the trap from springing.
So then I share this information with
Okay.
all of the Atams and Lily,
Okay.
saying that we should probably close this, reset the trap, but if we need to come in through this way, we need to make sure that we neutralize the trap by sticking probably like a staff or a dagger or something that'll fit into this hole.
Yeah, it's
and
about
it'll
an
be no
inch
trouble.
knot hole.
And it will, or your finger, and it will neutralize the trap, and you'll be able to get in safely.
Lily is very impressed, and she's sort of watching you do this, and she's looking all around, and she's like, oh.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head back down the tunnel.
Yep, and,
after resetting the trap.
reset the trap.
All right, you're back in the basement room. Are you gonna go upstairs?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna take a
maybe we
pickle
should
from
knock.
Windbell.
Like, we don't have to wait, but it'd be nice to let Gregson know.
Yeah, well, are we going... Oh, about the trap? Well, we have to
No,
go
just
upstairs.
like that we're back.
Oh, yeah. We're back.
I think he's upstairs. I don't
He's
know if Lyra's
upstairs.
down there.
He's moving his stuff.
All right, so Twizzler grabs a pickle. You guys move up into the normal pantry from the cold pantry.
Did we grab some more jewels?
What's that?
Let's fill up on jewels too, right?
Ooh, yeah. We have to re-raid.
Or I thought, maybe we had like a bunch of money, so maybe we were okay, and we're just gonna tell.
Let's just take our fill and then leave the rest.
I still have air in my pockets. Could be filled with valuables.
What would you like to?
Quick guesstimate. What are we talking about in terms of magnitude of?
Well, we heard something about some jewels.
There's way more than you guys can carry. I mean,
Yeah, she's a liar.
In this room?
probably
for everyone.
the highest sort of value to size ratio, I would say, is. Well, I guess so. It would be the jewels. I mean, let's do this. So anyone who wants to take some jewels, give me an investigation check, and we'll determine what.
Are there jewels or jewelry?
There are both. It looks like one shipment was sort of. There's even some uncut jewels.
Okay, so I have a 18 plus, wait, you said investigation? Plus 3, so 21. And I think I'm looking for not just jewels, but jewelry. Because I'd
Okay.
like to wear something and not just have it in my pocket.
14.
Maybe find something nice for Lily.
I need more gold chains around my neck.
Nat
All
20.
All right.
Oh, very nice.
All right. So, Twizzard, you definitely procure 2 more gold chains, which you promptly put around your neck. Agnes, you find a beautiful green emerald. There's a sort of a large emerald in the center, 2 to either side, and then a silver metal
Nice.
necklace. And you find for Lily a sort of a deep blue stone set in a ring, and when you look at it, your eyes are just grabbed by its beauty.
I might want to keep that for myself.
And Finric, you find a diamond. It is the largest diamond you have ever seen, and you sort of quickly pocket that. And Paelias, what was your roll?
5.
Paelias, you find a large gold nugget. It's like the biggest gold nugget you've ever seen.
That's cool. Okay.
And you pocket that, thinking yourself lucky. And then you all head upstairs.
All right.
You get to the first floor. No sign of Gregson on the first floor. You sort of exit into the kitchen. You go back into the main room with the 2 staircases curving up either side. Do you go upstairs?
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Go upstairs. I happen to know where Gregson's room is.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna head that way first.
Okay.
To see if he is maybe gathering up his personal belongings.
So you go upstairs, you turn to the right, and you notice the bare patch on the floor from the rug that Twizzler is now carrying over his head, still glowing, I believe, a purple light. And as you sort of approach Gregson's room, you look inside, and you see him on the bed, sort of sobbing as he's looking at a photo in his hands.
Okay, so I am going to go over there, and I'm going to try to console him because I know that this is the picture of him and his wife that he had by his bedside.
Correct.
And I guess I could just try to maybe recite a poem, or you know what? I'm gonna I guess just play him a song with no lyrics, but just a nice peaceful kind of
All right.
song.
All right.
Do I need to roll for
Yeah, give me a performance check.
performance? And my d20 just disappeared.
Twizzard gusted it away, probably.
Yeah. I cannot. Oh, there it is.
Ah,
There it is.
Twizzard was not at fault.
All right, performance. 13 plus 5, so an 18. I'm not playing the piano, but I'll
No,
do.
imagine this on
It's
the
a
lute.
lute.
As you play, sort of Gregson looks up at you, and his eyes are full of tears, and
Words are not needed.
he seems to enjoy it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll finish the song.
Yep, fair enough.
While this is happening, I'm tiptoeing past the window so as not to interrupt this. Check out some other rooms.
Yeah, so there's, to recap the rooms, there's Gregson's rooms, there's a sort of storage room, there's the fancy bathroom with the scented soaps and the lotions and the very clean chamber pot, the main bedroom with the burgundy fancy sheets, the chest of drawers, and yeah, so I guess, yeah, up there's the fancy bedroom, the main bathroom, guest bedroom, storage, and Gregson's room. Where would other people like to go?
Where's the office?
Oh, that's
The
in the sheriff's
office is
sheriff's
above
office,
the
right?
town. So the town office, there's the 3 cells on the first floor. There's Henry's sort of office, and then upstairs is where Falreth.
Let me go to Falreth's bedroom.
Yeah. Have we been to his bedroom?
That's where you got the
his
underwear and the sending
For some
stones.
reason I thought that was a guest bedroom.
No, that was the fancy bedroom.
Oh, okay.
The guest bedroom didn't have much of note in it. The only thing different from the last time that you've been there, you noticed the logbook from the Bounty's Edge on the chest of drawers.
Interesting.
Minus 2 pages.
Probably take that back.
Minus 2 pages. Yes, that's true.
Well, hopefully he didn't have any time to really look at it. I mean, he captured Nate and Jenkins, probably got the rug back, replaced it, took the logbook, probably put it back, and then he was probably so preoccupied with other things. I don't know how long he would have actually had to look at it.
We didn't look at it very much.
I know, we hardly looked
And
at
he
it.
didn't
We had a
have
whole
and he
night.
didn't have the page about the compass.
Right, or that the compass was actually achieved, right? Or that
Assuming
they
that's the
found
only
it.
page that mentions the compass.
Assuming that that's the only page that talked about the compass leading to an island and the amulet. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Right.
So hopefully, so we should take it back and we should make sure that we read it more thoroughly.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever really had a chance to sit down and read the book you got from Fionder's.
No, I asked Lily to look at the children's book.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you never asked her about what she found.
Yeah. Well, actually, I thought one morning we did. I asked her if there were any stories that were kind of out of place. Yeah, that she hadn't heard of before, and I think she mentioned something, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe something about a dark forest. I think it was a dark forest.
Well, I think yes. I think you had seen. Well, retconning, even if this didn't happen, but yeah. So, you guys had noticed the story of the Mistral Woods, and then there was also she had noticed a story of the moon granting a wish. which didn't make any sense to her because she didn't know what a moon was. And really, none of you, except for Paelias,
Would know what a moon
would
is.
know really what the story was referring to.
I'm well traveled.
Well, you've done a lot of research. If you remember your backstory that we discussed via email, but you probably don't. But
I remember part of it.
He traveled to a library.
Yeah, exactly.
well traveled. Okay, so you guys are in his bedroom. You hear some music, some soulful, melancholy, but ultimately hopeful music playing from a room down the hall.
So nice. I open Falreth's underwear drawer. I take all his underwear and I hide it somewhere in the room that he won't find it. Because I think if he comes back, he might want to fight. He'll go to his house to refresh himself. Won't find any underwear. He'll have to face us, no underwear, annoyed and uncomfortable. And I think that'll give us an edge.
All right, give me a deception check for hiding this underwear.
18.
All right,
That stuff's gone.
You gather up this high thread count underwear.
You give it to your unseen servant.
No,
That's good,
no
yeah.
one sees her. And you're like looking around for a place, and you see the bed, and you're like, "This is a big bed." And so you sort of get underneath it. It's very clean underneath it, to Gregson's credit. And you look up underneath the bed, and there's sort of these slats that support the mattress, and you sort of tuck each pair of underwear carefully underneath the slats, spreading it out so the mattress wouldn't feel lumpy.
It's not like a Princess and the Pig.
No, this is well hidden underwear. There you go.
Nothing left for
Wow.
him. No more secrets.
Wow.
Oh man, too many secrets. All right.
Let's get it in the war.
Yeah, so that's done.
Is there any
All
other?
right. Can we check out the rest of the room? Is there anything else in the room we want to look at?
Is there like an end table or like side table?
Secret compartment?
There is a side table. It has a little candle and a glass of water on it.
Eh.
Is there drawers in his desk? Is there a desk?
There's no desk. There's the chest of drawers, and that's where you'd found the sending stone and maybe something else. I can't remember exactly, but nothing of note.
Is there a rug in here?
There is a rather ornate rug in this room. Yes, it is much
bigger.
larger than the runner that was in the hall.
Oh,
But is it nicer?
I got the travel size rug.
Let's look underneath it.
Yeah, sure. You pick up the edge of the rug, and the floor looks the same underneath.
Okay.
No investigation check needed.
All right. I guess we're done with this room.
Is this house bust?
I think he would probably keep most of his stuff in his office, and he probably has some kind of enchantments on the office to keep prying eyes out. It would be too difficult to do that for the house.
So we just go to the office?
Okay.
Any objections?
No objections here.
All right, so you guys, Gregson has sort of, Agnes has finished her song, and Gregson sort of looks at you and he's like, I mean, what's next? What do we? I mean, the king, the Duke needs to be alerted to this fact. I mean, I'm not even sure, but I know we need to get word to the Duke.
Well, maybe you should come with us down to the town office and speak with Henry, and see if maybe the two of you and some other upstanding citizens of the town might form a committee or a council, and you can decide on the next plan of action.
All right, I'll accompany you. All right, so you folks all leave Kippen Manor, shutting the door, shutting the gate, and make your way. And Agnes, you have the highest perception. As you leave the house as a group, you see something out of the corner of your eye. Roll a perception check for me.
14 plus 5, 19.
Ooh.
All right, you see a gray cat pass into the bushes as you all exit the house and proceed out and down the road to the gate.
I don't like that.
Do with that knowledge as you'd like.
So I am going to be like, hey, Gregson, do you have a cat, or did Falreth have a cat?
Not that I've ever seen. No.
Not that you've ever seen.
I mean, there's a few cats around the village, but
A gray cat, perhaps?
I mean, I may have seen a gray cat. There are some feral cats and dogs, frankly, around the village in general.
Are they often on your property?
I mean, if I see them, I try to chase them off, to be honest.
Maybe
but
we
that's
should
just...
try to chase this one off, too.
What'd you see, a cat? You don't like cats now?
I saw a gray cat, and I feel like Falreth's hair was gray, and if he could fly, and he could change planes, maybe he can shapeshift into an animal. And a cat, as sneaky and sly as they are, might be him.
Can you use your sending stone to contact Skye?
Yes. So
Okay.
I will contact Skye.
Okay.
Hey, Skye.
Yes?
Do you happen to know if Falreth was able to change shapes, maybe into a gray cat?
And a magus.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not. I mean, I've never seen that. Wait a minute. Did the gray cat have a white tail on its tip? The white tail tip. Tip tail, tippy
A
tip tail.
white tipped tail.
A white tipped tail.
It could possibly have had a white tipped tail.
It could be Elsa's.
Could be Elsa's cat, or could be Elsa shapeshifting.
Could be Elsa's familiar.
Familiar. So then, do you think it would be a good idea to follow it?
Have you seen this cat before?
No.
Have you had any dealings with Elsa?
Not yet.
We need to go to Elsa's.
We do need to go to Elsa's. I'm just
Have you antagonized Elsa in any way that you know of?
personally, I have not, but there might be others in my party that could have.
I tried to get into her store, and yeah,
What was that?
Twizzard and I tried to get into her store last night.
In a similar way as how they got into your store.
Ah.
The store hours weren't listed.
I trust you were rebuffed?
Oh yes, they were.
That was probably Elsa's cat. I'd tread lightly.
Okay. Alright, so then maybe we'll just let that cat be for now. Or no.
So, I was curious to go into the We Buy Electrum place, so I don't know if, maybe if you guys do want to see Elsa without me.
Okay, well, I mean, I have not gone to Elsa's. She does not know who I am. I have not tried to enter, you know.
That being said, the cat's seen us all together, but, yeah.
Oh, that is true. But we're with Gregson, too. I mean...
He's inside.
I think we've been made.
Alright, well, we can always use a hat.
The cat's out of the bag.
And into the bush.
Yeah.
Alright, so how you folks... Gregson reiterates that he wants to go to the town office to talk to Henry.
Okay, well,
Okay,
Elsa's is that way anyway.
True.
Yeah, Gregson, if you could, we're gonna grab Elsa and see if we can convince her to come to the town office with us to help go through Falreth's office. If you can go with the group that's going to Elsa, and that might help give some authority to our requests.
I haven't had much dealings with Elsa, but I certainly... Henry's a good man. He served under me when I was Reeve. Assuming he remembers, to be honest.
Sure, he'll remember. So who's going where?
I'll go to Elsa's.
Sounds like...
Yeah, what else?
I heard she's hot.
Is someone going to be wearing the hat? And if
For what?
Falreth can't see through the hat, Elsa might not be able to see through the hat either.
Is
Who's
Elsa
this Elsa?
a friend?
I don't even remember.
We haven't met her yet.
She might
But,
be nice.
So
but
what's her
Mr.
deal?
Twizzard and Finric tried to break down her door.
We tried to
Classic.
see if her shop was open.
Should I try to be Falreth?
Oh my
No.
god.
No. If anything, maybe Sir Galdinger would actually be the better choice here, but he might have already went to her, and so to see him again might be a little suspicious.
So who do you want to be with the hat?
I don't know. Maybe
Who's the
Henry?
hat? Maybe.
Oh, we'll just go see what she's like.
Well, let's just say hi.
All right. Well, maybe she'll listen to us.
Yeah, we buy Electrum is actually really close to Elsa's, so.
Yeah.
We might let you.
I mean, either. I mean, Chris could be Morgo, or he could be like no one.
Morgan.
I don't think he should be anyone. I think he should just be
Okay.
Paelias.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just say my name's Galdinger again.
Sounds good. Yes.
That's true. Just have a different identity.
But all right. Well, Lily, she seems pretty innocent.
I mean, of course I'm innocent. What are you talking about?
Well, you have killed a goblin. It's
Fair.
okay.
Fair.
You should be proud. All right. Well, then let's head towards the town hall, and a few of us can veer off to Elsa's to see if we can get her on our side, and to maybe apologize for last night, and that it was really an emergency. We needed her help.
Let's see how much she knows about last night before anyone apologizes.
Well, we certainly needed her help. So we can always
We can
say,
offer her a rug or a dress. Still got another dress.
oh,
It's a glowing rug.
yeah, well, I don't want to offer her a dress if I already gave one to Skye. I want Skye to feel special.
Oh.
Ooh, the rug has some ice wine in it.
You can offer her ice wine.
Alright, who's going where?
I'll go to Elsa's.
Alright, so Agnes is going to Elsa's.
I'm
which
going to Elsa's.
probably means Lily's going
Lily's
to
going to
Elsa's.
follow you.
Let's all go.
Yeah, I'll go to Elsa.
Alright,
See what it's
All
like.
but Gregson?
as you guys
Everybody-
make your way there, you
Alright.
go down, you pass the ringing bell, you're heading back up the road. The town office is there. Gregson's like, I'm going to go talk to Henry. So he peels off to go talk to Henry. And the 5 of you proceed up to Elsa's Arcane Trinkets, which is at the top left of the road. And as you come up, sure enough, there is a gray cat outside the building watching you, licking its paws, biding its time.
Nice string.
And do you have any string? So, knowing that this is a familiar, I can probably talk with the familiar, and that would be the same as talking with Elsa. So, I'm going to talk to the cat as if it was Elsa. And I'm going to say that we are in great need of her arcane wisdom and her abilities to help in solving the Falreth problem, and some of the terrible things he's done to this town need to be rectified.
You know you're talking to a cat, right?
Yes, I'm talking to a cat, and this cat is obviously understanding every word I say because it's looking at me like all cats do, with contempt. I'm sure, with arrogance and nonchalance.
So the cat comes up to you and starts nuzzling around you.
It knows you're allergic.
Give me a perception check.
It may just be a cat.
13 plus. Why can I never do perception? Plus 5, 18.
Oh.
You realize as it's like sort of brushing up against you,
It's claiming my legs.
It's getting closer and closer to where you have the amulet,
Okay, so.
and then it tries to pounce and grab it, but you swat it away.
Okay,
It backs up.
and So now I know that this is not just any ordinary cat. And I'm like, Elsa, if you're looking for something, you need to come out and you need to talk to us.
The cat disappears, and the door swings open.
I was about to blow that cat off a cliff.
Alright, well, I don't know if I want to go in there now. I think somebody that doesn't have an amulet should go in there. I have the shadow amulet.
Do I have an
I
amulet?
lost all my
Finric?
amulets.
Finric, I think you have the spider amulet.
Yep.
So I don't have anything?
No, I took it off of you to play Morgo.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go to the Electrum shop if anyone beats me.
All right, so Finric's heading across the street to Electrum. He's like, "Peace out, yo."
Well, but that's because he has an amulet. We want to keep the amulet safe.
Understood.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so he's going across there. Agnes, you're staying out.
I'm gonna stay back with Lily until I know the coast is clear.
I'm gonna,
Unless Lily wants to go in, I'm gonna ask Lily. Lily?
I'll stick with you, Agnes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Paelias because I don't have an amulet either.
All right.
All right.
So the two of you
So,
enter.
force this cat into submission.
Dynamic duo, assemble.
Oh yeah, clearly the two best people for the job. You enter in the shop. Even though it's bright sun outside, the inside of the shop is dim. You can see some candles, thick wax candles of varying colors. Their flames are all the same color, but the candles themselves are placed around the room. And there's a little old lady, and she comes from around the counter, and she's like,
Ah, so you're the dwarf who likes to kick doors.
And Joe asked,
Well, I don't know if that was me. I may have tripped if it was me.
Yes, you certainly fell.
Yeah, well, your door hit me too, so you're the little old lady like the booby trap doors.
Indeed, I am.
Well, sounds
What?
like we're even.
What do you seek?
The
Hello.
Holy Grail.
we're here on a mission. We're here to save the town
Save the town from what?
from certain someone called Falreth,
Yes.
who's been taking over this town and badgering the people in it.
He has run the town for 23 years, but he is now gone.
Yeah, well, that was us.
I am aware of your actions.
Dun, 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 dun.
We need to know what side you're on, little Lily. What's her name?
Elsa.
Elsa. Frost Queen.
Let it go! I am on my own side.
Alright, so how do you feel about this town being under new management?
I welcome it. Falreth was no friend of mine.
Alright, that's good to know.
Ask her
Well, then
about-
maybe we can work something out here.
Wink.
Work something out?
Yeah, we need some
Regards to
information.
Information about a compass for some looking at Falreth's belongings in his office.
Oh, can you tell us anything about a compass to look at items in Falreth's office? What?
No, all right. I'm walking in. I'm walking in now because I know that
"All right."
everything's hitting the ceiling.
All right, you walk in, having listened in with your sending stone. You walk in with Lily behind you, and she turns her gaze to you.
Welcome. Welcome to my shop.
Yes. Well, we're on a quest and we need some assistance, and we're willing to work with you if you are going to be fair and you're not going to try anything sneaky with us.
Why would I try anything sneaky? I sell arcane trinkets.
Because your cat just tried to maul me.
My cat.
Consider it warmth.
The cat sort of comes up and starts brushing against her leg.
That cat.
My fribbins mauled you. I highly doubt it.
Well, he or she. Or does it not matter?
She.
She certainly was pretending to be all sweet and nuzzling just like she's doing right now to you.
Why, she is sweet. She's my little sweet kitty.
Yes, and then she lunged at me and tried to scratch at my sides.
I refuse to believe Fribbins would do such a thing.
Well, maybe Fribbins is more than what you think she is. Anyway, here's the deal.
Absentmindedly reaches down and scratches the cat.
Yeah. Here's the deal, Elsa. We're looking for a magical item. And in return for information and the help in attaining this magical item, we're going to let you have pretty much free reign of Falreth's office.
What makes you think I would be interested in Falreth's office?
I happen to know from sitting in there for quite a while that there are some old books on magic, and there are plenty of potions and ingredients that could probably be very useful in your store, if not for personal reasons.
All right, and what is it that you seek from me?
Information onto how to attain a compass that points at a particular island.
I mean, there are many compasses that exist in this world. Some tell directions, some tell secrets, some can point their way to a certain individual or object.
I think we're looking specifically for the object that would be on this island. So if the object is still on the island, then that is the island we want to go to. If the object is somewhere else, which is not likely, we want to find that object.
And what is this object?
A magical stone. Some may call it an amulet.
An amulet, you say? What type of amulet?
We don't have too much information about that. We just happen to know that it's on an island.
I see. And why do you seek this amulet?
We don't want it getting into the wrong person's hands.
Who are you to say who is the right person?
The offhands.
Dun, 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 dun.
I just imagine someone using minor illusion to like make this sound every time you.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that.
Let's assume that happens every time.
And who are the Ateum?
Well, that would be us.
Yes, and
Finric.
who imbued you with power?
My mother.
Well, let's just say
see.
that we have been trying our best to make things right and better instead of making them bad and worse.
Wrong worker.
I don't know. We're just trying to make sure that at least the people here in Bellwether, no, yes,
Windbell.
Windbell and Bellwether and
It's a confusing naming scheme, I'm sorry.
Windbell, Bellwether, and as far as we can possibly know of our world, safe. Because there are some dark and evil powers out there.
That there are.
Yes.
Now let's jump over to Finric. Finric, you have approached the We Buy Electrum shop. As you're approaching, you see your friends, except for Agnes and Lily, who wait outside, enter into Elsa's. You go up to We Buy Electrum, and it doesn't seem open.
Doesn't seem open, so I sort of like look in the window. Do I see anyone around?
You look in the window, you see some shelves. The window itself is frankly quite dirty. But you look around, you see some shelves in there, you don't see anyone around.
Alright, I guess I join my friends.
You sure? I think you know how to open that door.
Yeah, you can break in, dude.
Is this the guy whose house we set on fire?
No, that was
that's
that was
the
Leaf Mata's market.
Oh, Leaf Bottom. Okay. Just making sure he's not closed because he's taking care of his house.
We strike in all ways.
Yeah,
Alright.
I think the only one Leaf Bottom associates with that is probably Paelias. So.
Hmm. I don't see any. They don't have any hours posted at Wheat by Electrum, do they?
There are hours. Yeah, no, he's open Dalk to Desal. And,
But this day is
but
neither of
this
those.
is the tall. Sorry. Um,
Just my luck, right?
how it goes sometimes.
Is this a blue town? Is that what they're
you
called?
can come back tomorrow.
All right. I guess I'm gonna go over to Elsa's.
All right. As you turn, so you've been inspecting the sign. You've sort of been looking in the window, and you turn, and just as you turn, you see Agnes and Lily going into Elsa's. You head over there.
Yeah.
All right. You head over there. You peek in, and you hear just the trail end of that conversation that they just had.
There are many dangers in this world. Some new, some ancient.
Yes, well, we are trying to fight, I guess, the new and the ancient as best as we can.
Hey guys.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Finric.
Right.
Welcome. Come closer.
Don't go any closer.
Oh boy.
Sending stone.
Watch out.
Don't go any closer. Stay back. She's gonna
Hey.
figure out everything.
She likes you.
How's it going? Sorry. We
Don't have dark vision.
my buddy Twizzard and I swung by last night. We were trying to enlist your help and didn't realize there was that force thing around the door. Sorry about any trouble.
We walked right into the door.
You didn't realize that a locked door meant stay out.
Thought it was stuck.
Like I said, we were looking for help.
For what?
Oh, well, you may have heard there was an incident with Falreth last night.
Yes, there was.
Yes, there was. So that.
Ah.
That whole thing.
You seem to have it well in hand. You have some arcane abilities, albeit, well, some arcane abilities. I was a slight bit impressed how you got the better of him.
Well, we would have really gotten the better of him if he didn't disappear into another plane of existence.
That chump.
Yes.
Who might he have learned that from?
There are many ways to learn arcane abilities. If you're implying it was me, you're wrong.
No,
You know
I
how we
was
can
just
track him?
making an observation. But thank you for your information there. So are you going to help us, or are you going to just stay on your own side?
This is what I would propose. Search his office as you will. Bring me items of interest. I will look at them. I will help as I can. But by tomorrow, the office and anything in it is mine.
Okay.
Can you track him?
I can track many things.
We have
He's
a
on another
vial of his
plane.
blood.
Do you now? Gotten from the staircase where your daggers hurt him?
Yes, you are quite well informed. Do you happen to have any kind of scrying glass that is watching Falreth at all times?
You needn't worry about Falreth right now.
Okay.
Still worried.
How about later?
Yeah, how about later?
He is powerful. You have incurred his wrath. But he is a patient man. He is a sly man.
Fair enough. Well, we'll go back through his office, and we will see you later.
And how exactly are you going to help us, though?
She's gonna tell us what we bring to her, what it is, what
Identify
it does.
the things we find.
Point of order. Do any of you have the identify spell?
He does, but he never wants to use $100 or 100 gold piece
The
pearl.
pearl. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, fair enough.
There are ways I can discern the properties of items for price. But you are offering the items that you don't want from his office, so
Maybe we can find pearls in his office.
we can make a deal.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I got a separate question if we're done with this topic. Do you sell spells?
Of what kind are you interested?
Magical.
I sell many spells.
Conjuring, transmutation.
Do you have like a menu or something?
You appear older, but you are not wise.
Oh yeah. So, how do we get these two guys to be their real age?
Alright, that's part B of
They were
my
kind of
question.
scared into aging 40 years.
Yes. I see. Well, there are, as with most things, many ways to undo a ghost's curse. I could restore you for a price, say
5 copper.
100 gold.
Or you can wait until we level up, and I'll do remove for whatever.
Remove old face. You have that
No,
spell?
no, no. I think that there's something coming up that I might be able to do. Slight
Remove
rejuvenation
old
or something
face.
like that. Remove old face.
Classic.
Yeah.
Can you take off extra years, too? Can we be, like, in our 120s again?
Yeah, let's roll things back a bit more.
I
Yeah.
can merely remove and
Yes.
restore what was once yours. I cannot give you back the years you have lost naturally.
So is it gonna be 100 gold each, the two of us, or 50 gold apiece?
Yeah, let's get a discount.
Each.
Each.
Boo. I've got some Andorian wine. Does that interest you?
Do you hold something up?
Okay, sure.
Ice wine from Torrin does not interest me.
Okay.
Oh, I know. I reach down, I grab the edge of my MC Hammer pants, whoosh, and I rip them off.
Are you offering her the underwear?
Does this interest you? And I jiggle around.
She stares.
It does not.
Nice try.
Now, is this like,
Is it
are
really
you actually the
horse?
cat in a human shell? It's probably
The
it.
cat walks up to your leg and starts rubbing against it.
Ugh. I try and fix my pants.
All right. Well, I think you're probably going to
Give me
have
a
to.
sleight of hand check.
4.
You attempt
Oh.
to reattach your pants. That is not pretty.
Oh well.
By the way, I was wearing underwear, I think.
Yeah, you certainly had Falreth balled up in your pocket, but hopefully you're wearing your own.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
You never know anymore.
It wasn't in my inventory.
All right. Well then, if you guys want to get restored to your natural.
Shawn wants money.
Yes. Well, we happen to know where we can get money.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are pretty flush.
We won't
Not
be
our
able
personal
to
bank.
spending it on pearls and young faces.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we happen to know where we can access some more gold, where you won't feel like you're draining your own pockets. Plus, you just got another 25 gold from.
Oh, I forgot to do that. I put that in my account here.
Oh, how much is the gold nugget?
Yeah, you have a gold nugget.
You have a giant golden nugget.
Oh,
Yeah, how much is that worth?
That's the point. Alright.
I
What was that?
suggest you visit We Buy Electrum at some point.
125?
Nice. Add 25 gold
Is that who takes nuggets?
I mean, you could offer it to her.
It might be worth
How much
it.
would this be worth?
She peers at it.
That is a gaudy paperweight. That is not gold.
Wait, it's not gold.
It's a bit harsh. Oh. Hey, how about
It's
this?
fake.
Oh,
Are you perhaps a fool?
Is it fool's gold?
I mean, I'm not a gold analyzer.
Yes, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
how about this pooter spoon?
Ah, I
You
see
want
you
a
visited
trade?
Skye.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for that?
I don't like cinnamon. Yeah, what was it?
15?
Yeah, something like that.
Might
Well,
be
I hope you enjoy cinnamon.
I do. How about this rug?
I also got some delicious soup. You don't have anything like that here.
No. No soup.
I can't
No
think.
soup for you.
No
Well-
soup for you.
Yeah. If you ever in the mood, I recommend going over to Sky's place. Really good soup.
I am familiar with her soup. It is delicious.
Yeah. Maybe with Falreth out of the picture for now.
You two can
You know.
get back into
If
Each
she
other's
ever
graces.
comes, if she ever comes to her senses, we'll see.
well, what did she do that she's no longer in her senses?
That is none of your business.
Ooh, should we charm her?
No. I'm sure she has a very, very high
Charm resist?
charm assist, I'm sure.
Well,
Not this charm.
should we go to the office? Check
Yeah,
out
we
the
should
office?
probably go to the office.
Okay.
Alright, you guys head over to the office.
Yeah.
We wave
Yeah.
bye.
Wait, you should definitely moon her.
And I'm gonna walk out backwards.
I think she's seen enough.
I
From the
don't
Twizzard.
really trust her or her cat.
Alright, she eyes you as you all walk out. And the door, as soon as the last person comes out, the door shuts by itself.
See? The door's stuck.
And I'm gonna be like, hey, she knew everything that happened inside of the town hall. And she's probably gonna know exactly what goes on in the town hall when we step in there.
She's dangerous.
She knows a lot.
She's gotta go.
I don't know if she has to go, but I don't know if she's on
Certainly
her
shouldn't say
side
that
or
out
her
loud.
side only. I don't know if we can trust her.
Yeah, I love that you're talking about this right outside her shop.
She's gotta go and
Oh,
try
I'm
out
sure that
more
she
of
could
that soup.
probably read our minds too if she wanted to. So I'm not really. She can know that I'm not really trusting her. All right, so walking over to town hall.
Alright, you guys head down to the town hall, and you enter, and Gregson and the sheriff are there, and they're sort of talking, and the mood is sort of somber, but as you enter, they sort of look up to you, and they perk up, and
Dun, 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 dun.
Henry's like, well, we can't thank you enough. I mean, what Gregson is telling me, I mean, I don't, to be honest, I don't remember it, but Falreth, I mean, he's clearly affected everyone, and I've always thought Gregson was a good man, and was honestly made for a better lot in life than you had, and yeah. Sort of Gregson pats him on the back, and he's like, it's clear that everyone has not recovered, I suppose. But we're willing to work together. I mean, what you folks suggest, you seem knowledgeable in these matters.
Well, we just talked with Elsa, and she says that Falreth is not going to be back anytime soon, but he is a patient man, and he might end up, returning at some point. And he's probably going to be mad at us, so I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back with vengeance.
So Gregson turns to Henry and he's like, Henry, can you spare a guard to ride north and get word to Duke Ashfield? I suppose I could, but honestly, I don't know. Don't know if you'd believe him. 'Tis true. Yeah, I mean, the best we can do is sort of, I suppose, spread the word around town. To be fair, I'm at a loss. I mean, we certainly, if we see him again, we'll attack him. I don't know how much good that'll do, but he won't get himself into our good graces as easily as he did before. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there are plenty of people in your town that I'm sure, there's, I don't want to say safety in numbers, but you certainly are going to ruin him before he ruins this town.
We certainly won't let him get us alone individually again.
Yeah, but he also can do mass suggestions, so you might want to find out if maybe you could speak with Elsa or someone else who might be able to put some kind of wards to prevent that from happening to you again, or at least the mass suggestion part.
This arcane, I admit it, is a little above my head. It's above mine as well.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you feel about Elsa. She seems to not really take sides in anything. And I don't necessarily trust her, but she's probably got this place bugged. She probably has a fly on the wall.
Give me a perception check.
Quite literally. 11 plus 5, 16.
As you say that, you sort of glance over, and sure enough, a gray cat comes out from the hallway and sort of snuggles up to you.
And there she is. See, look at this right here. How often has this cat been in here? I kind of just nudge the cat away with my foot. Just not hard. Just.
Goes over to Paelias. Starts nuzzling at him.
Oh, Paelias is a pet person.
Hi there. Hi there.
Are you folks going upstairs?
Oh yes, we are definitely going upstairs. But I'm just going to let Gregson and Henry know that this particular cat here is essentially how Elsa knows what's going on everywhere.
God, you've been trustworthy before. I'll trust you now.
Okay, so heading upstairs. But before we go in, I'm gonna use my scrying glass or my little glass.
As you gaze through the glass, you see what appears to be a thin. It's sort of glowing. When you look through the glass, without the glass, it's invisible. When you look through the glass, you see this blue glowing line sort of tracing back and forth across the floor, and you hear the glass go, and it's got another hairline crack on its opposite edge.
Okay.
And I think that is where we will end things for tonight. Whew. All right, thank you all for joining us on the internet, and this was fun. We'll see you next Friday at our normal time for the next adventure of BND. That's right. That's right. All right, folks. Good night.
Good night.